Hi cozy friends! Let's start fresh this year! Y'all know I try my very best to live my life with coziness and slowness and self-care and me time and intentionality like woven through every single part of my life, my day, my routines. And I love to approach the new year planning with that exact same attitude. I don't like to jump into it with like go, 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 and I have to be the best at everything, 75 hard, da da da. No, I like to slow down. I like to take stock of the prior year. I like to celebrate my wins. I like to reminisce and reflect on the things that happened in the prior year instead of just running and sprinting to the next year. I like to give myself grace. I love to be patient with goals. I love to be forgiving and understanding with goals. And this year's no different. We're gonna approach it the exact same way, and I'm so excited. I love planning for the new year. While I am very like slow, intentional, cozy, I do love a good planning session. I love to plan, okay? And so we're gonna go through some intention setting, some reflecting, some goal setting, some vision boarding, little resets here and there. We're gonna do it all together. So if you need to plan your new year, if you wanna just get motivated to start your own planning for 2025, then let's do it together. Let's start with some intention setting. Come on. For me, I love to start the year with like a couple of phrases or a couple of ideas that I can take with me throughout the rest of the year. Really just hone in on those and start the year with intention so that you can carry on throughout your entire year with that intention, holding it close to your heart, holding it in every action that you do throughout the year. Last year, for me, it was like coziness, slowness, me time. It was things like that, like very inward things. This is kind of separate from your goals because we'll get to goals, but this is separate from your goals because this is something that applies to everything. So if you have like 5 categories of goals, you know, your health and your finances and da 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 da, this still applies to all of that. This is like a blanket. My intentions are to nurture and foster community, and patience is another blanket theme I want to apply to everything. Patience. I am just so optimistic about 2025. I don't know what it is. It's like something's in the air. I feel optimistic. I feel energized, and I don't think I felt the same way last year. Last year I was like, I believe in myself that I'll be able to eventually get there, and I'm trying to find the strength. This year I'm like, I'm ready. I feel like last year was my year of rest and relaxation, and then this year is my energized year to like try new things and to connect in different ways with people. So I have all of this optimism and energy for 2025. And I know a lot of people, I've been talking to other people, kind of feel similarly, like there's an energy in the air, like 2025 is a fresh start. We're leaving everything pre-2024 behind and we're welcoming 2025 and all of the newness it's gonna bring. I feel like there's almost this like optimistic nihilism in 2025. Some things are going so poorly and so bad that it's like, I mean, there's nothing else to lose. Like we might as well just put our all into things because there's nothing else to lose. And we might as well not care about a bunch of other things because there's nothing left to lose. Like, why not? I feel like the theme for a lot of people is why not? Why not you? Why not me? Why not now? Why not like all of the things that have held us back before? Who cares? Who cares? Like, who cares? That's what I feel like a lot of us are coming to in 2025. It's just like the world is in a rough place. Why get hung up on silly day-to-day things? Why get hung up on like what other people think? Why get hung up on trying to follow rules that are other people's rules that don't even fit your life? Why get hung up on people's expectations that you don't even care about? All of that, we're shoving it to the wayside, okay? Anyways, that's just my rant about 2025. But getting back to my pillars, community and patience. For me, last year was my year of realizing how integral community is for my well-being, for my happiness, for my joy, for my fulfillment. Spending more time on community, making new friends, spending more time with those friends, pushing myself out of my comfort zone. It taught me so many things. It taught me like how important to the heart and soul having friends and community is. No matter who you are, no matter who you think you are, no matter if you think you're the most lone wolf out there, community is so healing in so many ways, sparks this warmth in your heart, in your soul. I know this sounds so cheesy, but it really does. It sparks this warmth of like, these are my people. That can be virtual, it could be online, it could be in person. I don't feel like I need to go out and make new friends this year. I feel like I did that last year, but this year I want to nurture the friends I do have. And then patience. When there's a task, I want to get it done. I don't want a back burner. I want everything on the burner and then off the burner. So patience is going to be huge for me this year because, as a lot of you know, I just bought a house. I'm very excited. And in this home buying journey, there have been so many moments where I've been like, holy crap, you are not a patient person in this process. I don't want to claim that I'm not a patient person in general because I'm working on that. Any inner work I've done to work on patience, out the window. It's like as soon as I see a project, I'm calling someone, I'm ordering something, I'm trying to get it done, I'm trying to check it off a list. When like one, it might not make sense for spreading out projects over years like most people do when they buy a house. Learning the space and figuring out what works best for the space. And I think this is a lesson I can apply to everything else in my life too. Like I can just chill out. I'm really trying to like unpack what the deep-seated reason is. It makes me feel like I'm being unproductive or I'm not on top of things if there's something outstanding or if there's like a goal that hasn't been met yet. But really what I need to focus on is like how far I've already come. And so sitting in that discomfort, but also then affirming myself that you've done so much. Look at what you've done. Let's make a list of all the things you did get done so far and sit with the discomfort of things not being done. It does not mean I'm not productive. It does not mean I'm not on top of things. Things can wait for a time when it makes more sense. Those are my two intentions for the year: community and patience. Think about every action that you're taking and if it's coming back, funneling back into your intentions for the year. So now that we've done the intentions, I want to move on to the vision board. So let's make a vision board. I'm so excited. This is one of my favorite things to do at the start of the year. And just something to consider. A vision board should not necessarily be something that's like, these are my goals and by the end of 2025, I want to have the camera roll that directly reflects the vision board. If by the end of 2025, you do not have an exact picture that looks like what you had in your vision board, that's okay. That's okay. You did not like fail at the year. You didn't, that's not the function of a vision board for me. For me, it's just like a guide. It's like a visual guide. It's supposed to be fun. Let's make ours. Let's make ours. Before we get started on the vision board though, I need to eat. And y'all know Factor has kept me fed for like the entire year. Factor is our cozy sponsor today. Thank you, Factor. So let's go make ourselves a Factor meal. Y'all know I rave about Factor all the time because it saves me every single week when I don't know what to make. I don't feel like making anything. Pre-Factor, I would just like scrounge something together. It wasn't very nutritious. It saves me time. It saves me my sanity, honestly. If you somehow don't know from all my yapping about Factor, Factor is a meal delivery service. So I can focus more on productivity, less on grocery shopping, more on vision boarding for the year, setting myself up for the year instead of having to like spend time in the kitchen, spend time at the grocery store. Some people love that. I don't. And if you are like me, you will love getting your meals delivered and they're fresh, they're never frozen. You just pop them in the microwave for 2 minutes, only 2 minutes, and then you're good to go. You've got a lovely, lovely little meal. There's so many options to choose from each week. There's even like vegetarian options. So if you want to get to your planning and your vision boarding and your new year, new me quicker, then you should try out Factor and you can head to factor75.com or you can click the link below and use the code 50CozyK to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first Factor box. That's code 50CozyK at factor75.com to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first box. Thank you, Factor. Let's get to vision boarding. The first thing I do is go on Pinterest. You already know. It's Pinterest every time. Pinterest knows my heart. To be seen is to be loved, and Pinterest loves me. Okay. So we're starting with Pinterest. Sometimes I'll make vision boards for either a season or a month. So I'll go through all of those throughout the year and see if there's anything I want to bring into the new year. Let's check out July through September. What was I getting into July through September? Oh, I love this. These are the vibes I want this year. I want cozy grandma vibes this year. I love this. I love the like rich breakfasts and snacks and stuff. Like I really want to get into that this year. I look at food as like a necessity and I don't look at food in a fun way. So it'd be fun to like have some fun with food this year. Here I love the scrapbooking, especially centering community and doing scrapbooking nights with people. I love that. I love this one. I think it's really important. I know what I bring to the table. It doesn't matter what anyone else is doing. It only matters what you're doing. It only matters what you are bringing to the table because it's uniquely you. Someone's critique of you doesn't matter. Know that how someone treats you doesn't matter. It says absolutely nothing about you and your value. You have inherent value. How someone treats you in a relationship, in a friendship, that doesn't take that value away. It might tell you something about that person. It might tell you need to cut that person off, but know what you bring to the table. If you feel like, well, I don't know what I bring to the table, reflect on it.
grow those things, nurture those things that are unique to you, that are your strengths. And it doesn't have to be a big crazy thing. It doesn't have to be like, and don't let anyone or anything take that knowledge away from you. Oh, this is so cute. We have another planner release coming with Still Classics. I'm really excited about this year. So I really want to like have some more fun and get playful with the new planner that we're getting. Very excited about that. Oh, I love this. If I want it, it's already mine. If I want it, it's already mine, because why not? Because why not? The only failure is not to try. I love that. That's such a good quote. You can't fail if you haven't tried at it. Shoot, you can't fail while you're trying at it also is the big thing. Like, I feel like so many people stop at their dreams and stop at something that they really want to do because it doesn't work out in the first like week or month or whatever. If I stopped, I would not be where I am today. If I stopped because I was like, it's not working immediately, please. It's not a failure until you stop. That's when it's a failure, when you stop trying. So I love that. Sorry, got a little. Let's actually, while we're here, let's review my old one. Where's that crazy thing? Where's that darn thing? Okay. Wow. Here's my 2024 vision board. So interesting. It's so interesting. Be the reason someone feels welcomed, seen, heard, valued, loved, and supported. I would love to put that on my 2025 one as well, because I think that's like the ethos I always want to live by with my content. Is I just always want to be the reason someone feels welcomed, seen, heard, valued, loved, and supported. Always, always, always. I want to be that. That's just how I've been my whole life. And I want to be that in every single path that I walk, in every single action that I take. I want to do things to provide value for other people, to provide belonging for other people. That's why I do what I do. A lot of the things I add to my vision board, I talked about this last year, are just like vibey. It's just like vibes. This picture on the top right here of the trees and stuff, this is like very close to the view that I have in my house now, which is insane. Like, nowhere in the early 2024 cards did I think buying a house would happen. No, did not think that would ever happen. It's kismet. It's kismet. Okay. What is yours will find you, period. And it did. And did this year. This year, it did. Oh my God. More annotating. I love that. I did try a lot of that this year. Remember why you started. Like I said, always return to the ethos no matter what you're doing in life. Always remember what it is that's grounding you to that path and that goal. I was on my health and wellness kick. I was on it. I got off, but I was on it for a little bit. So thank you to that vision board. And then this is like what's so important to me. I put this here because I wanted more community and more like in gathering. And I did have that. And it's so special. And I'm so happy. And I love all the new friends I made. And I'm so grateful. And I truly, like, beginning of the year, just put this here. Like, I don't know where they'll come from. Don't know how it'll happen, but I just hope it happens. And it has. And I'm happy. Okay, so let's start. I think I'm going to do a background first. Already going in with some garden elements. I'm going to see if I can kind of change some of the lighting of these just so that they're all matching about here. Okay, what if I remove the background on this one? I like that. That's fun. It has meaning to me. Now we just need something for the middle. Oh, a movement. We don't have a movement one this year. Okay, with background removed that so I could put the dice here, but I've got to edit it. It's very, there we go. Get rid of the contrast. This is going to go all the way in the back. Okay, I think we're done, you guys. I think we're done. Okay, let's give it a little review. The garden, that's a really important thing to me this year, is making my backyard and my garden just like an oasis. We have this beautiful, this is like the biggest picture in here, one in the corner of the hanging bench. One, I do want a hanging bench in front of my house, but I feel like it encapsulates so many things that I want to prioritize this year, which is like continuing to prioritize coziness. I really did that last year. I'm proud of myself for doing that last year. I want to do it more this year. I want to prioritize coziness, me time, slowness. And then over here we have like a hobby party, scrapbooking party. It looks like vision board making. I definitely want to do some more intentional hangouts with my friends. And then wellness. I want to center wellness again. My D&D day, that's for like wanting to become an expert on it. We have the little bookcase library area, which is just a push for me personally to like want to finish certain areas of my house. Clock for patience. So that is my vision board for this year. I love it. It's so cozy. It's just so cozy. I feel like I haven't had one this cozy in I don't know. Last year it was very like green and motivating. And this one's just like, ooh, I want to live in this one. I want to live in it. I hope maybe you were making one along with me. I hope you got a good little vision boarding time in. It's time for goal setting. Let's go. Okay, y'all, now that our vision board is done, now it's time for goal setting. This will be a yap session. I hope that this is kind of a roadmap for you if you want some ideas on the categories of goal setting, how my gentle goals work. But these are my goals for 2025, starting with
career. For career, last year, my goal was connecting with the community in new ways, which I did do that through Stream. We have a show and tell portion of Stream, and it's become one of my favorite parts. Like, it honestly made me fall back in love with streaming. I felt like my community was growing and I didn't know who they were, and I didn't know who I was speaking to. I didn't know who I was streaming to. I felt really disconnected. It didn't feel like a success that I connected with. It didn't feel like a success that I wanted. Like, I didn't want that, which is such a good lesson, because success does not mean what it means for everybody. Success is not a blanket term. What is objectively successful might not actually feel good to you. So that's always something to reflect on. But this year, what are my goals for my career this year? Nurturing the community that I did build across all the platforms that I have. Oh, just such a beautiful community of compassionate, smart, interesting, kind people who like really want to reflect on themselves and be a better person and make time for themselves and reject certain things society has taught us. Like, I love my community so much. So I just want to nurture that. I want to continue nurturing the community that I did build last year. And learning from my community. I learned so much from y'all, from comments, from DMs. Like, I learned so much. Like, from personal things that I can improve on to like skills I've learned of like, hey, do this way instead. I'm like, oh my God, how I never thought about that. Continuing to learn from my community, continuing to have an open heart and open mind and not get defensive about things. But then also exploring new ideas and new areas and new passions. So like with the house, I definitely want to explore more house stuff. So I definitely want to integrate some of that into content this year. I think it'd be really fun, while also like still doing all the normal stuff. Next is finances. So last year, one of my financial goals was to find a better way to budget and maintain that. This year, oh my God, this year I think my financial goal column was like through the roof. It was like the most drastic of all of the other categories. In the last year, I really moved away from impulse spending. I did that by having a list of like, anytime I impulsively wanted to buy something, I would put it in that list. I would think on it. Sometimes I would come back to the things I really did need, and often I wouldn't. So I definitely built a practice of like not impulse spending. I will say at the end of this year and the beginning of this year, this has completely gone to shit. Like, this has gone to shit with buying the house, because there's so many things that I'm like, oh, I need this right away. Like I was talking about with patience. I need this, I need curtains, and I need this to finish this space. My impulse spending has been insane. So I really want to like hone this again, because I was so good about it throughout the year. I rationalize it with, I do need this though. I need this. It's for the house. I need this. But I think that I can still apply the same thought and like, just wait a week. Just wait a week. If I still need it, I still need it. A week is not gonna like kill me, you know? On the other side, I think what really helped this year was finding joy and like finding that dopamine boost in my hobbies and my community and like friends and stuff versus buying. That gave me like that fulfillment that I think a lot of us are actually seeking when we're shopping and when we're buying things. I feel like it's really important to always look at like the root feeling of what you're searching for and what you're trying to fulfill, and then just fulfill it in other ways. It's easier said than done, but that's like the core mechanic that you have to learn and go through of like, I want to buy this thing. Why do I want to buy this thing? Can I get that same feeling through something else? My goal for this year is to continue maintaining my budget and my budgeting practices. Buying a house was a huge accomplishment this year. That was huge. So just continuing to budget and be smart with money the way that I did previously, so that I was able to make this investment in this house, and then patience with the house. Those are my goals for this year. Next is entertainment. So this is like any media or anything like that. Last year I had the goal to see, I completely forgot that this was a goal. I had a goal to see more movies and more musicals, and I did both of those. Like I mean, that's the point of intention setting, is like you can forget about it and it can still be in the back of your mind. This must have been because I've seen 2 musicals. I scheduled one for this weekend in January. Wicked is this weekend. So I bought those early last year, and I saw Hamilton and I saw Chicago at the Pantages in LA. Took Ryan and Maya with me to all of those, and I'm taking Ryan and Maya and my mom and my brother to see Wicked. For sure, smashed that one. And then we saw so many movies. We were really close to a movie theater, and so we saw so many. I couldn't even like count. We saw so many, and so this year my book reading goal. Last year it was 30 plus. It was 30 plus, and my reasoning was like, well, it was 30 last year and I didn't hit it, but then I started reading more books, so if I continue at this rate, I can read more than 30. Girl, yeah, no. So here's a lesson. If you consistently set a goal for yourself and you're falling short, it's time to adjust that goal. It's time to adjust that goal, and it's okay to adjust that goal. That goal didn't make sense for you in your lifestyle. Didn't make sense, and that's okay. This year, my goal is 20. My goal is 20. It's 20. That's 10 whole books less. It's 20. I think I can actually make that. We'll see. We'll see. Future me. We'll see. Then I want to be an AMC Stubs member so that I see 2 movies a month. Okay, relationships. Last year, I said I need to ask for help and express my needs and wanted to make new friends. We already talked about making new friends. I made so many new friends. I'm so proud of myself. And then I absolutely did ask for help a lot more from the people in my house. I asked for help, and I highly recommend if you're somebody who does not ask for help and tries to do everything yourself and then harbors resentment for the people around you because you're like, why can't people read my mind and just do things that I need them to do? That's not how things work. People can't read your mind. There's obviously a lot of things that there should be communication about, equal share of responsibility. That's different. This is when like you feel overwhelmed and you just need help with something that's normally on your plate, and then you kind of build this resentment even though you never asked anybody for help. That's the scenario. So in those moments I did ask for help, and it was so nice to be able to just trust. It's really a trust thing. It's like trusting the people in your life that they will do something for you because they love you and care about you and don't want you to stress out and not like hold that over you. This year, I would say kind of what I said earlier about community. Now that I'm further away from my friends that I've made this past year, I want to be super intentional about making time together. So just intentional community time, intentional hangouts, intentional like unique hangouts as well. Then we have education and learning. So last year, one of my goals was to get more into like journalism and reading print journalism. I subscribed to the New Yorker and I loved reading those this year. I started the year reading newspapers. I think in the first couple of vlogs, you'll see me like, this is my morning. I'm reading newspapers in the morning. That's my goal for the year. And then I just stopped doing that because I realized I just end up reading digital anyways. So it's okay if your goals look different. The goal was the same. I was still reading print journalism, but like I wasn't reading them in a newspaper because it just didn't make sense for me. And so it's okay to shift, but I did keep reading on my phone. This year for education and learning, I'm gonna keep it simple and I want to become an expert at something. That's simple, right? And the thing I have chosen for this year is D&D, which is, if you don't know, Dungeons and Dragons. And I've been in a campaign before, but it was very loosey-goosey and we didn't like finish it. We just kind of started it. And I played a lot of Baldur's Gate, which is based on D&D. I love it. I've listened to a lot of D&D podcasts, but I am not an expert in it, and I would love to be an expert in it this year. Just generally push myself when it comes to D&D stuff, because I think I get very shy and I go, oh, I don't know that much, so maybe I shouldn't start because I just don't know that much. I want to be an expert in it. I want to be able to be like a dungeon master if I wanted to. That's that. That's that. Next category is body and mind. Last year, I basically had the same goals as I have this year, which is at least 2 movement exercises each week, more at-home exercises, and I met those for such a good part of the year. Like I was so locked in from like March through maybe like June, July, and then it just completely fell off in the winter. And then also last year, one of my goals was 2 nutritious meals a day, and I explained this more in the last year's vlog. That doesn't mean only have 2 meals. It means have 2 big nutritious meals, because what I used to do is have like kind of 1 big nutritious meal and then like scrounge and have like girl lunch, girl dinner, where it's just like stuff pulled together and I'm eating, but it's like not nutritious. So my goal was at least 2 big nutritious meals. If I have a third one, great. I excelled that day. And if the third one's just a scrounging together breakfast or scrounging together lunch, then that's fine. And guess who stuck to that? I did. And that was mostly because of like Factor, all of my meal delivery service. Like any meal delivery is the only reason that I was able to keep that up. So thank you. So this year, what are my goals for this year? Again, at least 2 movement things each week, at least 2 movement actions each week. Like a walk, it can mean stretching. At least 2. The goal is to eventually be like 3 or 4, but at least 2. And I would love to create a better at-home practice. Once we get our garage set up, we'll have a little at-home gym situation, so more at-home practices. More baths. I want to take more baths. The last bath I had in the last place was the first bath I had in a place in a long time. But the bath was like so messed up. The plaster on it was messed up. So I couldn't really take baths with bath bombs that often. And it just like wasn't comfortable. This bath is perfect. I love this bath. I love this bath. I've taken 2 baths in it so far this year. We're only on the first week of January and I have already taken 2 baths. So I want to take more baths. I want to get through my bath bomb collection. I love a bath. And so I want to reconnect with that like routine of taking baths. I want it to be like once a week. So my very last goal is to go on more hikes. I'm near so many hiking trails. The prime time to go hike. I want to go on so many hikes. Those are my goals for the year. I've yapped your ear off enough. I hope that provided some ideas for you to set your own goals this year. It's okay to be forgiving and patient with yourself. A goal is there for you to just like better your baseline. It's not there for you to like beat yourself up about something else when there's so much in the world we have to beat ourselves up about. And I say we get started on the very last one, which is to go on more hikes. So come on a hike with me. Let's go. First hike.
Don't do it to him, babe.
Okay, another part of the reset is picking a small spot in your house that you need resetting. Like maybe you've been avoiding it. Maybe you've like been accumulating a pile of stuff. Picking a small spot. Keyword is small because you don't want to overwhelm yourself at the beginning of the year and then just like not end up doing anything. Just pick a small spot, start there. If you get the momentum and you want to add more spots, cool. Pick one small spot. For me, the room that's been sitting with a bunch of stuff is my cozy hobby room because I just have so many trinkets. So what I'm going to do, at least unpack, because moving is like so overwhelming and there's so many things that we have to set up and I don't even know where bookcases and things where my trinkets are going to go. So I'm just going to simply unpack. Let's start resetting. Okay, y'all, we did it. We did it. I will show you the progress, but the New Year reset of one space is done. It's done.
Before, it looked like a huge stack of mess in boxes. Now, it's kind of an organized stack of organized boxes. Everything is just temporary. Little sneak peek of the cozy hobby room, and we'll get to the rest of it in another video. Yay! So now we move on to the admin reset, which is a lot more heads down, tippity tappity. So if you need a little body double, admin reset time, come on, let's go. All right, y'all, new day. And oh my gosh, the admin reset is chunky. I have so much stuff in my backlog, in my brain back here, and in my Notion and all over the place that I feel like I need to hurdle and just get done. Personal stuff from just having moved, renovation stuff, finance, budget, money stuff from renovation stuff, general life admin, and then also I have a ton of business admin to get to. Not like
content work, just all of the back end like business admin. So a lot of that to do. And then I just want to go through my weekly, quarterly, monthly, yearly. This is kind of like the setup that it looks like for your weekly reset. And then there's your monthly, which are like a little bit more long-term, but not as much as quarterly. Then there's quarterly, which is a little bit more long-term, resetting things and goals. And then there's the yearly, which is kind of a look back at the whole year. So that's what I'm going to be working on. All of that, yeah, just to say, that's what I'm gonna be working on. And this is just gonna be a little 20-25 minutes of body doubling while we work together in real time. Let's reset our lives together. Come on, let's go. Hi, Sheila. Are you resetting with us? Let's go. Productive? You don't want me to be productive? I know. You're writing all my to-dos. You're writing all of them. Look at this. Come on, silly. Here we go. Custom. I realize it's been 42 2 minutes instead of 20 to 25. But we have a sleepy boy here with us. Hi, baby. You're so cute. I have not finished nearly close to anything that I need to finish, but that's okay because we were just having a little body doubling moment together to start off the new year productive together. So thank you for that. Thank you because you made me productive in turn. I hope that this was symbiotic, right, Sheila? It was for us. So thank you so much for starting your new year with me and resetting with me and setting your path for the new year nice and clear, broad and optimistic and hopeful. Most importantly, slow, cozy, and gentle, right? We want to be gentle, we want to be patient, we want to give ourselves grace. We don't want to go all in and then crash and burn, right? It's slow, it's gentle, it's calm. I hope you have an amazing new year. I can't wait to do so many fun things with you this year, and I just can't wait to like make this house a home with y'all, with my besties. Okay. Thank you for coming along with me on this reset. I will see you for the next video, which will be an organization video. I hope you love it. I love organization videos. We're gonna be organizing my closet and my bathroom. I'm so excited. Okay. I love you. Stay cozy. Bye. Say bye, Sheila. Bye.